So we are today starting with the new chapter, that is housing and clothing, and the food test you will receive by tomorrow. So we will have a test and discussion class on food on Saturday. Clear, everyone? So today I'm doing the next chapter, housing and clothing, and on Tuesday you will be having the test and discussion on housing and clothing. So you will get little bit time to revise, isn't it? For food also and for housing and clothing also. Clear? So let's start with the chapter. Let me share my screen. Okay. Is my screen visible to everyone? Housing and clothing? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. So housing and clothing, first of all, in this chapter, we are going to study about the temporary houses. Like some people they move from place to place, so they need to make temporary houses. Some people, they have permanent houses, like we are having the permanent houses, okay? Some are like made up of mud. Some houses are made up of bricks and cement. Some houses are made up of stones and twigs and leaves and all that. Yes, these types we are going to study. Then we are going to study the type of houses which should be made in very cold environment, in hot and dry environment, in hot and wet climate, in floods, in drought. So which type of houses should be there in the different situations? Clear? So this we are going to study in the housing part. Coming to the clothing part. As we all know that we have different seasons in a year. Everyone agrees with this statement. We have different seasons and we wear different types of clothes in all the different seasons. Like suppose we have summers, we feel very hot, we feel the heat of the sun. So which type of clothes do we wear in summers? Raise your hand. Yes, Anam? Cotton clothes, light color clothes, cotton clothes. And why we wear cotton clothes only, Anam? Do you have any reason? Means what is the speciality of the cotton clothes?
Ma'am, because it's comfortable.
It is comfortable, it makes us feel cool, and also it absorbs our sweat. That is why it is comfortable, and so we wear cotton clothes or light color clothes in summers. Good. Hands down. Yes, Sayam. Which type of clothes do we wear in winters?
Woolen clothes.
Woolen clothes. Why we wear woolen clothes in winters?
To keep us warm.
To keep us warm. Yes, very good. Because the woolen clothes, they have air trapped in it, and air does not allow our body heat to go out. That is why it makes our body heat there only, and we feel warm in the woolen clothes. Clear, everyone? Okay, now we are starting with housing and clothing. So first of all, why a house is there, or how house protects us? Need for a house. So a house is there where we live in, everyone knows that. And the house is that which protects us from the heat of the sun. It protects us from the harsh environment which is surrounding us. It protects us from the animals, the dust storms and all that. Everyone agrees with it. You are all living in a house. You all know these are the things you are getting protected with. Okay, so houses are built according to the climate of the place where we live. As I already told you, like some areas there is flood, so much of flood. Some areas there are storms. Some areas there are drought. Some area which is hot and wet. So different climate regions are there. On the basis of that, different type of houses are being made. Clear? Now, what a house contains? It contains walls, doors, windows, roof. Roof is chat. Okay, roof have to be made to suit the place. Many people keep on moving from one place to another. I already told you that people which are moving from one place to another, they will never make temporary or permanent houses. They will always have the temporary houses. Some people live in temporary houses or some in permanent house. Some people live in pakka house or some live in kacha house. Clear to everyone? Any doubt, Meera and Sneha? Yes,
Ma'am, I have doubt.
Oh, yes, Meera.
Ma'am, what is harsh weather?
Harsh means very much extreme cold or extreme hot. That is the harsh climate.
Okay, and what is climate?
Climate, the change in the weather, that is climate. Where your means cold, hot, these are climate.
Okay.
Yes, Sayam.
Ma'am, what is meaning of pakka house and kacha house?
Kacha house, beta, kacha house which will break easily. It is not very much strong. And pakka house which is very permanent, strong.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay. Coming of the features of an ideal house means, okay, the house is there. We all know we require house to live in. It protects us from the harsh climatic conditions and all that. But what all things should be there in a house? Like proper ventilation should be there. What is ventilation? Means the proper exhaust fans are there to make the hot air of your house to move out, and the windows should be there so that the cool air should come inside your house. Means there should be an exchange of gases in your house. Is that clear? Your house should not be closed. Is that clear? So there should be air moving in and out of your house. That is ventilation. Sunlight. Everyone knows sunlight is very much required for everyone's house. It kills the germs also, microorganisms also. And in winters, you require the heat also, isn't it? Sunlight also. Sanitation. Sanitation is like the disposal waste, means proper sanitary things are there. Cleanliness, if I say in other term, that is cleanliness only. Okay, sanitation, cleanliness, these are the same terms. Garbage disposal means it's not that you are eating some chips, you are throwing on the floor. No, you should have a proper dustbin, proper polythene should be there in which you can put your garbage or the discarded food and your peels of the vegetables and all that. So much things are there, disposal things. So you should put in proper dustbin, and daily the dustbin should be, means the garbage which is there in your dustbin should be thrown in the main garbage center. Is that clear? It should not remain at a house, otherwise it will give a foul smell. Water supply, proper water supply should be there, isn't it? Means the running tap should be there. Is that clear? Otherwise, no work can be done. Housing work, washing, clothing, washing, drying, these all things can't be done without water. So proper water supply should also be there. So these are the features of the ideal house. Ideal house means the house where we live in, we require all these things in a house. Clear to everyone? Coming to special features of an ideal house, which we have already discussed. Now we are going to discuss one by one that what is the purpose of these things like ventilation, sunlight, what is the purpose? Like I have told you also, but still we will read it. Sunlight makes the house bright, warm and cheery. Sunlight disinfects the house. Disinfects means it does not allow the infections to come in. Yes, sunlight, due to the heat of the sun, the germs will getting killed of the house by killing germs and bacteria, and hence protect us from disease naturally. Okay, home that are exposed to sunlight become damp and result in breeding grounds for bacteria and germs. What does it mean? The houses, first of all, they are saying sunlight is important. Why it is important? Because it kills germs and bacteria and keep you healthy. Yes, away from diseases. The second point is the houses where the sunlight is not entering. As you can see, this house, the sunlight is coming from the window, isn't it? So the houses where the sunlight is not coming, what happens? A different type of smell comes of that house. Okay, that is means type of a moisture is there in your house because sunlight is not coming. No walls are getting drying up, isn't it? So some smell comes in that houses, and also there will be germs and microorganisms will be there, or termites may also grow. The houses which do not get sunlight, termites will also grow, which attacks your wooden things. Okay, so these all problems will be there with the houses are not exposed to sunlight. Proper sunlight reduces the need of electric light during the day. Means obviously if sunlight is coming to your house, you will not switch on your tube lights, isn't it? Where the light is there, you will save the electricity and helps us to save the energy. Clear? Yes, Neha?
What is the meaning of Britica?
Breeding.
This BECTERA.
Which point, Peter?
Ma'am, second point.
Home that are not exposed to sunlight become damp. Damp means sealant. Moisture will be there in the houses and result in breeding grounds or bacteria and germs. Breeding grounds means the germs and the bacteria will grow in that kind of houses.
Okay, ma'am.
Yes, Meera?
Ma'am, what is cherry?
Cherry means happy or cheerful, like that. Cheerful means happy only, like that. Okay. Next feature which we have discussed is ventilation. Ventilation, I told you, that is the proper exchange of air from door and window, that is known as ventilation. So windows should be there in the houses. Provision of fresh air to a room, building, etc. is called ventilation. Ventilation is important. Why? Because it prevents the air pollutants which may affect our health. Proper flow of fresh air in and out of the house helps to get rid of unwanted smell. As I just told you, the houses which do not get sunlight, some foul smell comes, yes or no? So in the same manner, if the houses are closed, you will get a different type of smell. Okay. It means air enters our home from doors or windows. So the house must have enough windows and doors to let the fresh air in and stale air out. Stale air out means the air which is having the foul smell, it goes out. Is that clear? Exhaust fan or chimney, that is always there. Installed in the kitchens and your bathrooms also, it should be installed, helps to push out the stale air. Stale air means the air which is having the foul smell or the warm air to move out, and the fresh air will come in from the doors and windows. And stinking air out of the house. Clear this much, everyone? Green plants planted around the house and kept in pots inside the house also help in keeping the air clean and fresh. So I think most of the students might be having the pots or the greenery at their home, in the terrace or at their balconies and all that, which also makes the air fresh. Yes, Meera?
Ma'am, what is stinking?
Stinking, bad smell.
Okay.
Like garbage stinking, bad smell is coming.
Okay.
Special features of an ideal house, sanitation. What is sanitation now? Sanitation means provision of the clean drinking water and proper disposal of the sewage waste. Means there should be the proper drinking water and also proper disposal of the sewage waste water from the house. Sewage waste water means like you all go to washrooms and all that, so that water should also be disposed out of the house. Yes or no? It should not remain in the house, otherwise it will give a foul smell. So this is sanitation. Waste not properly managed can cause health problems. Yes or no? You will understand this. If the disposal is not there, waste disposal is not going out of your house, it may create smell. From that smell, some germs and bacteria can grow. It can cause the health problems. The drains should be covered and cleaned regularly to prevent the breeding of flies, germs, and mosquitoes. So what is they saying? They are saying the drains drains should be covered and clean. So means somewhere, like right now we don't have here, I don't know about your situations, that some people, they have a small drainage system going out of the house. Open nalas or pipes are there. So it should not be opened, it should be covered always. Why covered? Because if it is open, we all know it is the breeding place for mosquitoes and flies, isn't it? So that should not be there. Also, we say the tank which is there on the roof where the water is stored, everyone is having at their house, isn't it? So that should also be covered. Yes, everyone says that should also be covered. Why covered? Because otherwise it will become a breeding place for the mosquitoes and all that, and you use that water for various purposes, isn't it? Next is cleanliness. Cleanliness, you all know, you take bath regularly, keep your body clean, wash your hairs also, cut your nails also. A house should be kept clean. The furniture and other things should also be kept clean. Daily dusting should be there. Floor should be wiped with disinfectant. Everyone, I think, doing all these things at your home. It keeps the neat and tidy, means you have to keep neat and tidy yourself also and your house also. Clear? So every day your floors should be wiped with a good disinfectant. And garbage disposal, again I told you garbage disposal is a clean home requires an efficient system of garbage disposal so that the heaps of garbage do not harm the people. Heaps of garbage means you are putting garbage, next day you are putting more, next day you are putting more, means you are not throwing the first garbage outside your house, you are just collecting at your house. So it will create a diseases ground, it will become a breeding ground and it will cause diseases. Yes, so proper disposal of the garbage should be there. The garbage should be disposed off from the surroundings on daily basis. This only I explained you that daily whatever garbage is collected at your home, you should throw it in the main center, which MCDs and all that they have. So you have to throw it in that center, okay, daily basis. It's not that, okay, we will have a big polythene and after 4-5 days we will go and throw once. No, not like that, okay. Water supply, everyone knows, so we require water for bathing, washing clothes, cleaning utensils. So water supply should be there and clean water should be there, not the dirty water or not the smell coming from water, which sometimes happen. An ideal home must have sufficient water supply for bathing, washing clothes, cleaning utensils, wiping floors, etc. Drinking water must be stored in clean and covered vessels. Okay, so if you are using some matkas, some people drink water from matkas. So everything, whatever you are using for drinking water, whether bottles you are using, whether matkas you are using, whether a jug you are using, everything should be covered. Clean water should be there and it should be covered. And if in your area you are not getting clean water, so you go for RO or your water purifiers. Different types of water purifiers are here. Yes, Neha?
Ma'am, which is this ideal home?
Ideal home, beta. Ideal means a normal home where you are living.
Ma'am, and ma'am, vestals.
Utensils.
Vestals. Last line of second point.
Covered vessels. Vessels means bartan, utensils which you are using. Cover them.
Okay, ma'am.
Sanyam.
What is meaning of cleaning utensils?
Bartan dhona, beta. Bartan dhona.
Okay.
Washing your utensils in which you are eating food, the plates, the spoon and all that. These are the utensils. So now is the house is coming. So first of all, what we have done till now, we have done about why there is a need of house, because it protects us from the harsh climatic conditions, germs, and also it is a place where we live in. Then we have done, and what features should be there of an ideal house. So ventilation, sunlight, sanitation, cleanliness, garbage disposal, water supply, this should be there. Okay. So in housing and clothing, what we are doing, first is the question rises about the need of house. So why there is a need of house? To live in. We need a place to live in. Secondly, it protects us from the germs, protect us from your animals, dust, yes, storms, rain. Clear? Also, it protects us from harsh environmental conditions. Harsh environmental conditions means extreme hot or extreme cold. Next is, what are the features of an ideal house? Now you all will tell me what are the features we have studied just now. Yes, Vatsal, first feature of an ideal house where we live, all the requirements which we want in our ideal house.
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, ventilation.
Very good. Just one. Yes, Neha. Another one.
Ma'am, cleaning water supply.
Proper water supply. Yes, Akash. Any other point in ideal house?
Ma'am, like ma'am, like
So
ma'am,
easy.
like that
Yes, Meera.
sunlight.
Sunlight. Yes, Sayam.
Sanitation.
Sanitation. Very good. Yes, Urvija.
Garbage disposal.
Your voice is not coming.
Garbage disposal.
Beta, your voice is not coming. You can type in the chat box. Voice is not coming. No, Urvija, your voice is not coming. Type in the chat box. Achinte.
Proper drainage system.
Proper drainage system. Very good.
Ma'am, like electricity.
Okay. What else? Like proper waste disposal? Waste
Ma'am,
or garbage disposal? Okay, so these means proper number of your doors and windows.
yes.
Yes, Anam.
Window, I like this. Ma'am, window, align fresh air.
Yes, fresh air will come in. Yes.
Align.
Now, after this topic, we will study about the different type of houses. Okay. Hands down, Urvija, Sayam. Yes, Urvija, garbage disposal. Good. Good. Those who have done. Yes, Fanya.
And what is written here? Proper DRAI.
Drainage system.
Drainage.
One more point was that cleanliness is also there. Okay, now moving on to the different types of houses.